Hi, friends. Why is it important not to put eggs in the same basket? Let me share you from my personal experience what I've learned that I think this could really be helpful for you as well. So how I think about this, not putting the eggs in the same basket, I mean, this is maybe very familiar for you, let's say from wealth and financial aspect, like they say in investing, not to just put all your money on one stock, one company or fund. But how does this apply to your whole life? Let me share you my experience, and because I get this a lot, people ask me, how did you make those big decisions in your life? How did you make those big changes? And how does it help you? How do you really trust your intuition? And how did you have so much courage to do what you did to be here where I am? So let me share that shortly. But just to start with that, I hear this too much that people think like, okay, I can have two or one of the three. I can have my health, I can have a good social, a love life, and or a career. But not life is not an either or game. It's not that I'll put all my energy into my career and I can't have a social life, or I'll give away from my health because of one or the other. I'm here to tell you that you can really create the lifestyle that you want, but it takes really awareness and clarity, being certain, but also taking intentional action. And I'll show you how to do it with courage and ease. So we have about 6 to 8 important life areas, important priorities that we feel fully happy, satisfied, and fulfilled in our lives. Successful, so to say. So if you just notice focusing on your family, or just focusing on your partner, just focusing on your career or business or wealth, it might be that you don't feel fully satisfied. So how can you really be aware of all the priorities? That's the first thing, that you're clear on what you value in life and what are those priorities for you at the moment. And why I say at the moment, because that might change over the years when you change, your life situation changes. So those priorities change. So how can you be constantly checking on that? And knowing where you are and having a vision, what would the ideal look like, so that you know what are the next steps, where you want to go further. Not forgetting to be fully present in the moment, because that's where we actually enjoy life. But having that vision in your head, that helps you. That clarity helps you to be more certain how you want to focus your time and your energy and your money as well. Especially when we talk about investments, investing in yourself, investing in your marriage, investing in your business, for example. So let me share a quick story. I'll try to do this very shortly. But like I said, I get asked a lot, like, how did you have the courage to totally change your life completely? And like I said, knowing your priorities is the first. Because when I was in a place that I was really confused, overwhelmed by all the options. What do I want to do next in my life and in my career? And also frustrated about external things that I couldn't control. And there was a lot in my mind. I was so stressed. I ended up having a panic attack on a phone with my boyfriend and just melting down. And that was the moment. And I noticed that I get to ask for help. I don't need to figure this all out alone. So that is one reason I'm here sharing this with you, so that you know you don't need to figure it out on your own. You can ask my help or someone else's help. So do ask for help when you need in your situation. That's one thing that will make you to move forward faster, to overcome whatever is limiting enjoying your life. But yeah, going back to my situation, I was so certain I had met the man I want to spend my time and my life with. And we were in a long distance. I was living in Finland where we met, and he was living in the United States. So there's thousands of miles away, and our vision was to live together. So he was making changes in his life to sell his apartment and get a transition to London. And I was figuring out, how can I move to London so that we can be together? And that's where all the overwhelm became, because I wanted to know and plan out what I want to do next in my career so that I can move, because I had a mortgage to pay. I had just bought an apartment for myself, renovated for myself. I had a secure job. I had been building secure lifestyle. I had my family and friends around me close by, all my hobbies, from salsa dancing to performing in tango and doing beach volleyball, and my life was there in Helsinki. So this is the thing. Okay, let me just show you a little bit that I was committed to the relationship. Like I shared, I was so certain that he is the love of my life. But I wasn't showing that to him because I wasn't making the changes for us to live together. So he didn't see that I was committed, though in my head, I was trying to figure out all this plan. How can I move there to still secure that I can pay my mortgage? And what would it look like for my career if I left my 10-year corporate career and did something new? So he wanted to break up with me. So you can imagine how destroying that feels when the love of your life is saying that our story is about to end here. And I said, no, it's not. Because of that certainty, following my heart, my intuition, knowing what I look for, what I value in a life partner, that made me so certain about him. So the fear of losing him, the love of my life, was greater than the fear of transitioning from my career, from the secure job. It was greater fear than moving out from my home country to a country that was going through Brexit. So I didn't even know if I could stay in the country that I was moving into. I was pivoting to a new field. I started a new profession. I found the field of coaching and started a business. So not to mention the fears from stepping from being unemployed to starting my own business. So there was a lot of mindset work. There was a lot of fears around entrepreneurship. And this is what I want you to be very clear about. What are your number one priorities? Like I said, there's about 6 to 8 important life areas, so-called priorities for you to feel fully satisfied and fulfilled in your life. So knowing those, but also what is the most important value for you, because that will help you in the decision making. I get asked that a lot. How can I make powerful decisions? Well, that's it. Knowing your values, knowing your priorities, because especially when it's a challenging situation, we make the decisions based on our top value. So getting very clear on that will help you. Also, just like trusting your intuition, it's built in us for a reason, I believe. And I've made my best decisions following my intuition. For example, following my love, like I said, putting all those fears aside, letting go of some of the control. I did have a pretty good plan, but like I said, it took me too long to figure things out in my head and put it on paper and get all sorted out. That my now husband, so I didn't lose him, but like he didn't see that. So I know I get to work on my courage even more. I know that a lot of my friends were like, oh my God, you're so courageous. And I didn't see that. I didn't acknowledge my courage of making all those moves from leaving my home country and family and career and home to live with a guy who wanted to break up with me. I know that sounds so crazy, but I knew my priorities. I knew what was bigger for me. So for me, it was the love and romance and relationship, that connection and deepening that, instead of any other fear related to my career or my living environment. That changed completely. And when I've been letting go of things like that, letting go of the control and following, and we are now creating a lifestyle beyond my wildest dreams. After London, we've been traveling around the world during COVID, but safely. We've been in many countries in Europe, US, even Arab Emirates, in Buenos Aires, where I'm calling now, following our passions and dreams and what excites us. So yes, when we are adventuring, there's a lot of challenges and obstacles in our way, but you can overcome that. You have it in you when you are clear on what you want to create in your life, what you want to have, and especially who you want to be. I want to be as good of a partner, a wife that I can be. I know one day I want to be a mom. I know I want to be the best coach for my clients and help you guys to really create the courageous, the fulfilling, the joyful and exciting lifestyle and career that you want. So you can have all the three. You can be healthy in your mind, in your body, in your spirit. You can have a flourishing career or business, whatever like is for you. And you can have an amazing relationship, that love and romance, and cultivate that and have the friends around you, your personal interests. So yes, I'm not saying to put eggs in one bucket, but knowing the buckets that are important for you and really nurturing those. There is no such thing as balance, but you can start harmonizing, having all these areas in your life. If you really want to find out more how this actually works, I do have a framework that I teach that is simple and yet super effective. So do drop me a message or email, and I will share you a recording and we'll get on a call. We'll chat to really see what is your life vision and what has been holding you back or stopping you from creating that up until now. And what are the 3 steps for you to take now that you can see results in less than 2 days? If that sounds interesting to you, I really want to share what I've experienced so you can do your life changes and decision making way more easier than how I felt about it back in the day when about 45 years ago. So it was a pleasure connecting with you and look forward to seeing you and hearing what are your priorities, what you want to focus on, and let me support you to create that. So, my friend, happy Easter. If this is the Easter that you're watching this, and let's take care of those eggs and let's enjoy eating them. I like the chocolate ones. So, they usually have surprises inside. Life is full of those surprises, but like I said, you can also manage your life really putting those eggs into different baskets. So, let me know how this was helpful for you. What are you hearing? And especially, what are you committed to creating now in your life that you can go one step further? If that is scheduling a call with me, I'll share you the link in the description. So do find a time. If you don't find a time, send me an email to kaisa@liviojoy.com. I'll put that in there as well. And let me support you, because life is about enjoying. We are here to enjoy life, and I want nothing more than that for you. So let me say goodbye for now, and I'll see you soon.